I got a new order in today from Tackle Warehouse. I thought I'd show you a couple of things I purchased. Actually, I'm just going to show you one thing I purchased, but I purchased a couple of them. This is a crankbait from 6 Sense Lures. And I started using 6 Sense lures a couple of years ago when I live in the Midwest. And I heard about a guy winning a tournament out at Lake of the Ozarks, which I fish quite a bit. So I started trying their baits, and they're good baits. They're really good. So this Curve 55 is a bait I have not tried yet. I've tried a lot of their other ones, which I can talk about another time. But I really wanted to try this Curve 55 for several reasons. One is I've been told that it's patterned after a bait that works really great on these impoundments here in the Midwest and the South. These reservoir type lakes like Table Rock, Lake of the Ozarks, and other places where wiggle warts and baits similar to wiggle warts work really well, especially in spring and during colder months. If you know anything about wiggle warts, this is somewhat shaped like a wiggle wart. And I'll show you some wiggle warts so that you can kind of compare how they look. Here's one of my wiggle wart boxes, and have quite a few of these actually. But if you just look at a traditional, this is a new style wart, okay? These are not pre-Rapala, and that's a whole other video as well, a whole pre-Rapala game. But this is what a wiggle wart looks like today, made by Storm Lures. And they're good baits. Now look at this, how these two compare in shape. Very similar in shape to each other. Now listen to kind of the way they sound. Here's the wiggle wart. Here's the Curve 55. Pretty similar. I think the wiggle wart's maybe just a little tinier sort of feel. They both compare in length to each other. So I think, and if you look at the bill actually on the 6 Sense lure is smaller. Let's see if I can get those. And not shaped exactly like it, but for all intents and purposes, I think this is kind of what they were going after. Now, one thing I really like about 6 Sense lures is look at the hooks. I don't know if I can. These hooks are great right out of the package. You don't need to upgrade your treble hooks on a 6 Sense lure, and that alone will save you several bucks. They're just really nice hooks. Now, interesting thing about this color really intrigues me. The color is called Black Craw, and again, I was with some buddies that at another tournament, and one of the guys was telling me about how much luck his father or father-in-law has in dirty water fishing black crankbaits. And I've never fished black crankbaits, and this intrigued me. And so I thought, you know, it makes perfect sense. In darker or dingier water, and we have a lot of muddy water up here in places, I fish lots of dark black and blue baits, black and blue jigs, black and blue, even spinner baits, dark baits. But I've never really fished a dark black crankbait. So I purchased a few of these to give it a try and see how it works. I thought I'd give you a little more info about this this bait, the Curve 55. It's $8, $7.99. So not super cheap, but not crazy expensive either. It weighs 3/8 of an ounce, I think. Yep, 3/8 of an ounce. It's 2 1/4 inches long, and it dives 5 to 10 feet, obviously depending upon what type of line. Now, what makes this unique? Well, I haven't tried it, but they say it mimics this, and this thing has a lot of side-to-side action, a very unique, kind of erratic side-to-side action. If you read what it says about the Curve 55, it says it delivers an erratic hunting action that provokes fish into striking. The Curve 55 moves through the water like a curveball. Its unique U-shaped weight chamber causes the internal weight to swing left and right rather than front to rear, which causes the Curve crankbait to swim with an unpredictable side-to-side motion that fish simply cannot resist. So, we will see. It has premium EWG style treble hooks, and they do look great. The other nice thing is, you know, they have very, very great detailed patterns. Let's see if I can get this to... The paint jobs are great. Look at that. This is kind of a purple on the bottom and a little bit of a blue highlight at the top there. And 3D eyes, although in the black, the eyes are just black. But I'm excited to try this thing out, and if you've ever tried it, let me know how it works. I'd be anxious to know, and after I try it, I'll give you an update.